Well, good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do the April 23rd Spiritual Principle Day in a meditation. The title of that meditation for today is The Value of Our Individuality. We are mindful of our behavior and our surroundings without giving up our individuality. That comes from the Living Clean book, chapter 6, Moving Beyond Social Acceptability. Rock bottom means different things to different addicts. We come to NA in various states of unwellness, some more visible than others. No matter what kind of shape we appear to be in when we get here, we each find ourselves at the edge of our own learning curve. Although our minds may try to get ahead of us with all kinds of knotty questions, our journeys almost always start with going to meetings and staying clean between them. It may occur to us that we wouldn't have used with a lot of these people unless it was their stuff, of course. No need to be rude. We can't imagine them using with each other either. But there they go again, hanging out together in the parking lot for an hour after the meeting. We find this mildly troubling. As using addicts, we thought we could suss out any situation and be who we needed to be. Here, what? Am I supposed to be myself? That seems to be the ideal. Yikes. In fact, that's part of our change, to figure out who we are and be that on purpose. In It Works, How and Why, we read about the value of our diversity and the rough and tumble liveliness found in NA. This rings true. We're told there's no one right way to be an addict in recovery. This seems reassuring or disconcerting, depending on our mood. We aspire to be as comfortable in our uniqueness as some of those eccentric old timers. Like them, we grow secure in our own individuality and learn to express it in context appropriate ways. Accepting that our value lies in being ourselves frees up all that energy we used to spend shape shifting. We no longer feel a need to blend in with the wallpaper or shine like the brightest star. We get to be ourselves, each of us uniquely contributing to the lively whole. We don't need to fit in because we belong. Knowing that my individuality contributes to the liveliness of the NA fellowship encourages me to be wholly myself, which I'll do to the best of my ability. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. A moment of silence now. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Whew. Nothing but yawns this morning, guys. Struggling, but still understanding that even in the hard days, being consistent speaks for itself. So hopefully, regardless to the edges being a bit rough today, I hope that you're able to benefit from this meditation. The value of individuality. So we're talking about individuality in the sense that this is a spiritual principle for this day. So I'm going to out the gate charge you with testing the boundaries of your ability to express individuality. If you've been a follower all of your life, which I doubt it, I doubt that. But if you've been a follower all of your life, then it might be difficult for you to imagine that fellowship is livelier with you just being yourself. You don't have to follow anyone. Just be yourself. Well, for some people, I don't know what that means. Be myself. Oh my goodness, nobody told me to just come as you are. I don't know. I mean, what would that mean? Let me tell you something. For me, that means that if I want to dress up in a suit one day, I will. If I want to wear my Chuck Norrises that have my personal ID MightyStream on them, I will. If I want to dress in something that is a nice matching Garanimals type grown people outfit, I will. If I don't want to, I won't. If I want to speak to a situation and I believe that I can do it in a manner that is diplomatic, I will. Diplomatic, rather, I will. If I feel that I'm not going to be able to apply diplomacy, then I won't. I try to make good decisions day by day, second by second, and still honor who I am. So that might mean I show up at a meeting and have absolutely nothing to share. Or it might mean I show up at a meeting like I did yesterday and have something that I want to talk about. NA is not going to stop existing because I don't share. It's not going to stop existing because I don't want to express my opinion, because I don't believe that it, one, will be received, or two, that it's important in this giving situation, that it will communicate judgment more than I want it to. So why? I don't need to share my opinion right now. The question is, why do you need me to? Especially if I'm not sponsoring you, right? So I have found a place in Narcotics Anonymous where, a lot of times I say, fit in where you get in. And what I'm saying when I say that is find your tribe within Narcotics Anonymous, because there are undoubtedly people that you think a lot alike with. But in order to find those few people, or it could be a lot of them, but in order to find them and hang out with them and spend time with them, you have to keep coming back and you have to open yourself up to engagement with others. But is it really necessary to fit in where you get in? You already belong. So in that sense, no, you don't have to worry about fitting in. You already belong here, and we know that. But we also know that we can agree to disagree. We don't have to agree on everything. There's a lot of value in your own individuality. And if you're around a bunch of people that are not valuing you, you might be around the wrong people. Not NA as a whole, because we do value you. But if you're being muted, you're in relationships with people, a sponsee, a sponsee circle where you're being devalued all the time. People are bullying you all the time. Your opinion, the minute you open your mouth, someone is trying to correct you or shut you up. If that is your experience, I would say that you're around the wrong people. There's this story I've been reading on social media, and it's a dusty old Lamborghini, right? It's dirty, dirty, dirty. And the dad gives the car to his daughter in that condition, just all dirty. You can barely see what color the car is. It has so much dust and dirt over it. And he tells her, this is your car, but before you can actually have it and drive it, I need you to go do some research and find out its value. Right. And so she goes to, you know, some people, they don't know too much about cars. It look like a sports car, but I'm not sure what Lambo who, right? They don't know nothing about this car. And it's like, I'll give you a couple thousand for it, but I wouldn't give you more than that. It runs, right? Yeah, it runs. My dad said it runs. I'll give you a couple thousand. Okay. Not wanting to close the deal, or, she just really is getting the numbers to report it back to her dad. She goes somewhere else. And they said, what year is that? She tells them what year it is. And they offer her $100,000 for that model. And she goes back and tells her dad, why the difference? He said, the first person you went to don't know nothing about cars. They don't have no idea what a Lamborghini is or how expensive they are. And the older, the more expensive it is. They don't have no idea. Right? No idea whatsoever. The second person you went to understands everything there is to know about a Lamborghini. They understand cars. The point was, if you're hanging out with people that devalue you, they don't seem to know your worth, you're hanging out with the wrong people. But if you're hanging out with someone that values you and knows your worth, knows the experiences that you've had over the years with trying to stay clean, whether or not you relapsed or not, if you're hanging out with the people that understand you, they get you, they've done their research on this disease of addiction and understand how it works, you're probably hanging out with the right group of people. They appreciate your value. And I was scrolling through Marketplace looking for something. And someone had a 1999. Now, we're not talking about a heck of a lot of time ago, right? Maybe 24 years ago. They had a 1999. It didn't say 2000, but it said 1999 because I found 2 years of an Apple computer. And the back of it was see-through in a beautiful red. And they wanted to sell it for nickels and dimes. And something told myself, you know what? I really, 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 really love Apple. I would really, 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 really love to have that old Apple. And I could not justify reaching out to them to buy it. You know why? Because my conscience just would not allow me to. I said, they don't even know what they have. They don't even know what they have, the value of that. They do not know what they have. And I just can't, that would be like taking candy from a baby. I am not going to buy that because they don't even understand what they have. Now, that to me is tragic. Today, I know my value. And I insist that the people that are in my presence attribute value to their interaction with me. It's important today. Coming where I come from, it's important today. I want it to be important to you too. to stop shape shifting. That's a term that we get from Star Trek, right? Stop being a shape shifter, taking different forms depending on who's around you. Or maybe more understandable to some younger people, stop becoming a chameleon depending on who's around you, and just be yourself today, because there's great value in that. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I hope that you will have a beautiful day on purpose.